Welcome to the Block and Nickel Podcast, where we talk about finances for now and how to stay rich forever. I am your moderator, Donnell. Special shout out to Block Boy. Damn, I love that song.
Oh man. Thank you. Far too kind. You are far too kind. Thank you for your time. Welcome back to the Block and Nickel Money Party. A couple weeks ago, when the good music rollout came out, when the good music rollout started to spin its wheels in that machine with the record, Kanye went on his tour and he said something. He said, slavery is a choice. Now, it doesn't sound good, and I didn't want to get in there, but I want to talk about how being broke is a choice. Yeah, I said it. Being broke is a choice. And if there's something you want in life, no one can keep you from it. Gaining financial prosperity, financial freedom, it's a deliberate action. Just like getting rich, becoming wealthy is a team sport. No one becomes wealthy on their own. No one is broke because of the circumstances. You see, being broke is a choice. For every cause, there is a reaction. For every bad decision, there is a ripple effect. So we could let's talk about the working man, because I'm a working man. And I know a lot of working people, and I see a lot of actions that I say, wow, okay, that has to be corrected. And yeah, I'm calling it broke because I don't care how much money you make. If you live check to check, you are broke. You have to break that cycle. And see, it starts with money management. If you're at the store, the Circle K's or the Shells or any of these convenience stores, and you're buying juices, or you're at the coffee shop every day, any of these processes, and you're spending money like that, then you, my friend, are making a choice to be broke. You are choosing to live check to check. If your cable bill is very high, if you see, let me not start calling out items, but let me get to a point. You don't know what you can live without until you do it. Sometimes you have to choose to go without some luxury items or be broke. Sometimes you have to choose to avoid luxury items or be broke. We've all heard that saying, just because you can pay for something does not mean you can afford it. Just because you can pay for something does not mean you can afford it. So this is a podcast where we talk about finance, wealth generation, success. We talk about all of these things, professional development, but I don't want to put the cart before the horse. Until you learn how to manage your money, you cannot get liftoff. That is the traction. That is the force. Managing your money is the force. A rocket uses over half of its fuel to get into orbit. Once it's in orbit, it doesn't need that much fuel. But the amount of power it takes to lift off, man, oh man, oh man. The amount of power that it takes to lift off, it's tremendous. It's a tremendous amount of energy that it takes to lift off. It is a deliberate act. Before we can start talking about investing, letting your money make money for itself, letting your money make more money, let's talk about the art of managing money, the art of managing your finances. What are you going to do when you get that check? Because it doesn't matter how much money you make. You can't outrun bad spending. Just like working out. You can't outwork bad eating habits. See, that's how I got here. That's how I got to this perspective. I am myself in the process of a body transformation and working on myself. And someone told me, they said, hey man, you can't, I'm in the gym every day. I'm in the gym every day, but all the results that I want, I'm not making. They said, hey, you can't outwork bad habits. Currency is energy. It's just like life. So it applies to the same fact. You can't out-earn bad spending habits. You have to step the game up. You have to ask yourself, let's make sure every dollar that is spent is deliberate. I did it on purpose. Now, I'm not telling you to go without. I would never tell someone to go without something that they love. That's not my style. I don't even support that way of thinking. If you love a specific kind of juice that this corner store sells, well, you need to bite down. When you get a large lump sum of money, which is usually a check, sit back and find who sells that shit. Who sells that drink, that coffee, that latte, whatever form. Find out how to make it at home if it's a latte. Invest in that. Yes, the upfront cost will have a little bit of sticker shock. There will be a little bit of sticker shock up front. But at the end of the month, you will have saved money. You see, you have to be deliberate. You have to be deliberate about these things. So what the heck are you talking about down there? Money management, deliberate, this. It sounds like a budget. Well, that's what it is. It's a budget. You see how I brought that back around? It's a budget. You know what you're going to spend up front. Take the time, do it, and live by it. So many people think that they're going to just fall into some money or something's going to happen, or if they just could earn X amount of dollars a month, they'll be straight. Well, that's not how life works. You see, as you make more money, your circumstances change. Your palate changes. You try new things with that newfound wealth. You figure, I like these new things. So you go from eating traditional fast food, and I'm going to use this term, traditional quick service fast food, Burger King, McDonald's. You go from eating that to, I just get a burger from whatever restaurant. That's where I want my burger and fries to come from. Traditional restaurant, which will have another a typical $3 to $4 markup on it. So, and it is better quality, and it's a better sandwich. But this is how it works. You see, you grow, and as you try new things, your palate and everything else changes, and you want better quality. And there's nothing wrong with that. So you have to have money management skills before you get the newfound wealth to understand that, hey, I cannot fall into this trap of consumerism. I have to be deliberate about the money that I spend. I have to. Or there are a lot of people who make a crap load more money than I have ever made. And they take lunches to work like regular people. Your regular sandwich. I see it all the time. You know who eats the $10, $12, $13 lunches on a regular basis? Middle class and poor people. Middle class and poor people. Because the upper middle class and the upper wealthy people, a lot of times the food that they want, they eat, they're not for to eat in Burger King or whatever like that. So it's just simpler to bring lunch to work, man. It's simple. It's easier. The quality is there. You gotta understand, it's a mindset, and that's what I'm here for today. I'm here to talk about that mindset of money management, which is a smooth word for having a budget. You can't out earn bad habits. I've tried it. What you're gonna find yourself is a person with a lot of money and a lot of crap. You're gonna make a lot of money, but you're gonna have a lot of crap. You see, before we can start thinking about IRAs, you got to think about managing the money, because you have to have in your mind and be deliberate that, hey, I'm going to actually contribute to this IRA. But if you spend the money before you get it, if you purchase a lot of wacky things on a regular basis, if you do a lot of impulse purchases, you buy a lot of things off impulse, you won't ever have any money to put into your IRA. You will not have any money to put into your IRA. We do weird, wacky things with our money sometimes. You just flush it down the toilet. You just flush it. Let's advocate budgets. I'm not talking about soft, fuzzy, warm budgets that are loosey-goosey. I'm talking about hard budgets. Things that we question ourselves with every day. It'll become second nature after a while. I could take it to just regular layman terms. Every person that I have come across in my life who has the type of lifestyle they want, who is financially free, they are good with their money. They save a lot more than they spend. You see, first you have to know how to manage the money. Then you have to know what to do with it. Some people like stocks. Some people like real estate. I say it doesn't matter. Whatever you have the stomach for, you do it. But before you can get that far, before you put the cart before the horse, you got to talk about money management. Money management. Just another term for a good old budget. What do you need? What do you want? If you are living check to check, some things need to be evaluated. Is your rent too high? Could you do something about that? And everything has to be temporary. Nothing has to be permanent. You gotta understand. This landscape changes as you elevate financially. Things around you elevate. So I want to get down. I want to just talk English in regular ways right now. I don't even want to get too conceptual. I want to talk about budget in there. You need budgets for success. Time is money. You work hard for these things. So to take your hard-earned money and give it away without a clue, you don't want to be that situation that you spend some money and then you look back and say, "Dang, I could have used that for this." Budget